Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to my Thursday Q&A. If you don't know how these videos work, check the links below. Sorry I missed you a couple weeks. There's a chance I might be missing the next couple weeks as well because I'm just going to be working every day and it just takes a lot of time to do this. So, but I'm going to make my biggest effort to try. So make sure you leave your questions for me and I will make the next Q&A video as soon as humanly possible. I will absolutely do my best. So, yeah, if you want to know how it works, check the description. Let's get started. So, Perceptual Reality says, I have been looking at the really big Dometic with dual zone freezer and fridge for like $1,200. Do you think that will draw too much power for my solar system, which is only 100 watts and 100 amp hours battery now? I will only be running the fridge, lights, and sometimes 12-volt fan off the solar, along with occasional USB or charging laptop, if that helps. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. My system, with my little Dometic fridge, these fairy lights, which hardly pull anything, ceiling fan, auxiliary fan, charging laptop twice a day, and camera batteries, it's really not enough. With the battery isolator, I can make it work if I drive enough every day, if I drive at least a half an hour every day and get some sun. But yeah, adding that bigger fridge, it's really gonna not be enough. You need like 200 amp hour battery, and add either a battery isolator or another solar panel, or both would be even better. Having the isolator and the solar panel are just great. If you don't know what an isolator is or how it works, check my video on that in my van dwelling playlist. Also, check my website in a week or two, because I'm gonna have an article about, and I might be able to link another article from the same person who converted a 12-volt fridge, it was like a $120 fridge, to turn on and off the power inverter, like at will, like as the compressor turned on and off. So I don't think that will use as much energy as the Dometic fridge, but if you're really set on the Dometic fridge, use one of my links, please. TipJ21 says, speaking of insurance, did you get insurance based off your zip code or the city, or did you go out of your city? Because my main issue is that New York City insurance is killer. I mean, in the thousands monthly. You're a new driver. I thought about going upstate New York, but I'm sure that would categorize as an insurance fraud. I don't want to go to jail, and I would plan to stay in New York City, seeing as how that's where I work and most familiar with. What is your take on my issue? My take on your issue is that you're asking me for moral advice and for legal advice, and I'm not qualified to give you either. I'm not a lawyer, and if you're looking outside of yourself to figure out what's right and wrong, then you're cheating yourself. You should figure out what the consequences are and figure out if you think it's right or not whether it's just legal or illegal. You should figure out if you think it's right and just and okay to switch, to use a different address to save some money on car insurance, and if it's a matter of survival, if you're willing to face the possible consequences, and whether or not you'd actually go to jail. I think a lot of people probably do this, and I don't think many have ever gone to jail for it, but that's just my take. You definitely need to look inside yourself and figure out what matters to you, what's important to you, if you think this is fair and just, and if you're willing to pay the consequences if you did get caught, or even just feeling guilty for cheating the system somehow. Hello CD says, hey Jed, I'm doing some van videos on my channel and my audience is predominantly male. Do you find the same thing on your channel? Absolutely. It's about, what is it? I forget the number. It's in between 85 and 95% male. I think it's 85 though. It's right around there. Yeah. 25 to, 31 or something? I don't know. 21 to 31, somewhere in there. Like males my age is the predominant thing, and then the next level is like males into like their 40s. So basically males like 25 to 40 is my demographic. Jean Ferrariger says, I hope you did a good job on cleaning up the garage. Yes, me and my mom nailed that thing. We tore it up. And your question is update on selling the items. I lost my ass so much selling all my stuff. Most of it I gave away. Anything I thought was of like really good value sold for like nothing. People just didn't want to buy it or whatever, so I ended up just really losing my ass on everything. It was a little disappointing, really, but I'm free of all that stuff now. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have all the stuff back home I have to worry about and feel bad about my parents holding on to and stuff, so that's a good thing. Minitiananis Sempente says, it's hot, muggy, stormy summer right now. How would someone stay cool inside their van for the night? You wouldn't. You would park in the shade and have fans going and put water on yourself all the time, and it would just be absolutely miserable, and you would try to get the hell out of there and get somewhere higher elevation and cooler, or somewhere drier or less humid, or whatever you had to do. There's really no way around that unless you got a generator with an AC. If you have that, or if you have an AC, you can plug into shore power and you can get a campground that way and use it that way. That would work. But in my situation, I just get out, man. And yeah, just deal with not getting very good sleep and being really miserable for a while until I do. Jacob Brady says, if I gave you enough money, would you fix the blue lights you had underneath? How much money are we talking here? If you just pay for the lights, no, it's not worth the effort. If you want to give me like $100 to install lights in my van, like, that's pretty weird. I'd feel kind of weird about that, but if it would really, really make you feel good, I mean, I've got a PayPal. No, man, it's not worth the effort. It's really not. All the stuff, it was cool looking, but I figured out I have a little LED headlamp that's rechargeable, and anytime I need something from underneath, I just use that if I have to, or these lights are even enough, so it's really just not necessary. Wookie Senshi says, how much solar would you say you need for a fridge your size to keep it cold around the clock? Like, if it was just the fridge pulling amps, how many watts would you say is the minimum requirement? Also, how much do you pay for auto insurance? Is it just basic? Keep up the awesome work. Thanks, man. Using just solar, 100 amp hours is not enough for this fridge because not every day is bright and sunny. And sometimes it's too bright and sunny and it's really hot and I just want to park in the shade and then I don't get any sun, so it's really not enough. With the battery isolator, I can make do with my 93 amp hour battery, but I think 200 amp hours would be ideal for this van. As far as auto insurance, it's like $50 a month right now, and I have one ticket that's dropping off pretty soon, so it's going to go down. Plus, I'm 30 now, so I think it's going to go down from that too. My renewal is next month, so I'll find out what the actual amount is. And yeah, it's just basic. It's like absolute basic for what my state requires. Peaches MacGyver, how are your knickknackers feeling? My plums, they feel great. I'm totally cured of my ball infection. Yeah, they're great now. Thanks for asking. Eamon McCarthy, if I'm not mistaken, I think I mentioned you say that your van is all-wheel drive. Yeah, actually, you are mistaken. I know that you've gotten stuck in the sand before, but I was wondering what your thoughts were on all-wheel drive and driving off-road, and if you've ever had any other problems off-road. Yeah, I actually backed into a ditch the other day and got stuck. I've been stuck, I think, 3 other times. At least 2 other times. Yeah, 2 other serious times. That sand thing and then in the mud at the plantation. My recommendation is to have some damn good recovery gear. Have a winch if you can have one. If not, a come along. You need a tow strap. They have these big boards that have like grippy stuff on them. Usually they're made of plastic. You can buy them that way. That you can stick under your wheel if you get stuck in the sand or the snow and pull yourself out. And also having an air compressor so you can air down your tires really low and get a lot better grip that way. That's really big. But yeah, having a come along or a winch and a tow strap is huge because not everybody carries that stuff. And if you're out alone, you need to be able to get yourself out, because if you're going off-road, you're eventually going to get stuck. I grew up in the country, and I went four-wheeling a lot. No matter how good your rig is, you're eventually going to get stuck. You're going to get brave, and you're going to have fun, especially if you're a dude. You're like, yeah, this is badass, man, and you're going to end up getting stuck. So have some good recovery gear and know how to use it. John Ferrariger, I asked you this on a Thursday after you recorded. What plans do you have for a meetup when you get to Salem? Like to drive up and meet up? I'd like to drive up and meet Lisa as well. I don't have one anymore. My schedule is weekly, and so far it looks like it's 7 days a week, and I just will literally not have time. And I thought more about that meetup idea, and I'm really not a fan of groups, and especially groups is like people I don't know really well. I'm just really an introvert that way, and I'd much rather meet people one-on-one, and it just seems more sincere that way, and I feel kind of weird, like a bunch of people want to meet me because I'm on YouTube. I don't know, that just seems like I don't know, it makes me out to be more important or special than I am or something. I don't know, that just feels weird. So one-on-one, definitely. Email me through the contact section on my website, intothemystery13.com. Mr. Green Tomato says, what do you use coconut oil for? Do you use it for toothpaste? What is your recipe? I have used it for toothpaste, just coconut oil and baking soda. I've used it for deodorant. I've used it to heal tattoos, heal wounds. I've used it in my hair. It's like amazing deep conditioner for your hair. What else? I eat it all the time. I put it in everything. Yeah, coconut oil is like one of the most amazing foods that exist. FF722 says, what's your daily schedule like for working? Like, when do you edit your videos? So, does your solar cover enough to charge your laptop? Do you only upload vids when you find Wi-Fi or have a mobile hotspot? I'm building a van, and my biggest concern is since my job requires me to be online for extended periods, plus periodically through the day. I use my cell phone most of the time. I have like absolutely, like literally unlimited data on here, so I use this most of the time, and most of the time I have really good service. The last few days when I went camping in Ohio, I did not have service at all. I did have Wi-Fi, but it was so slow. There's no way I was going to upload a video, so I didn't even try. Yeah, so at night, I pull over, I get done, I eat, I relax a little bit, and then I sit down and edit the video for a long time. And I charge my laptop on and off throughout the whole thing to make sure it's always at like 50 or 60%. My laptop, I got a newer laptop, and the battery lasts for forever, so that's really not an issue. Whoa, everything just went upside down. And then once it starts exporting, that takes about an hour, so I leave it charging that whole time. And then if the battery's still dead the next day, I just charge it all the way at the beginning of the day, because then the battery's full, because when I wake up, the sun's already been out and charging the batteries. So, yeah, having unlimited data on your phone or something like that always with you helps a lot, because Wi-Fi usually isn't very fast when you get it places. It usually, when I've uploaded videos, on Wi-Fi, it usually takes like 2 or 3 hours, sometimes more, sometimes 5 or 6. Which sucks, because you have to sit there, like, with your computer. You can't leave. You can't just leave your computer at a coffee shop, you know? Brandon Johnson, do you shoot RAW when you take pictures with your DSLR? Absolutely, every time. Kurt M., the next vehicle you buy, assuming it's a cargo van, will you opt for a barn-style door, or do you prefer a sliding door? If you prefer sliding door, why? I like the feel of a sliding door, for whatever reason. I don't know. I just think it's cool to be able to slide it and, like, walk out, or slide it and walk in. I don't know. It's just, like, a weird thing. I just like it. But the barn doors, the two that fold out, are definitely a lot more functional. I mean, for one, they have storage inside. For two, you can put little tables on there and all kinds of stuff. They're just a lot more functional. And when you open them both, you can even put like a screen over the top, or a top over the top, a tarp over the top, and have a little like porch area. So that's really cool. Let's see here. Paul Misterovich. How many yards of thin slate did you use in your Astro? I'm trying to crunch the numbers myself and having a hard time. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry I can't answer that. I guess you have to just measure out your area and figure out the square yards. Probably double it, because this stuff is like, thin slate is like really, really thin. Dustin Kelly, how many miles are on your van? How many miles do you drive in 1 year? It has 250,000 now, or right around there. I got it with 220,000, bought it 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and so I guess that means about 15,000 a year. Word Up No Jesus says, good video as always, Jed. Thank you very much. I may have missed it, but do you have a plan for your girlfriend's bathroom or shower needs? Maybe have some good locations already mapped out for your trip. No locations mapped out. I don't work that way. Yeah, Planet Fit in the shower. So I got a black card so I can bring a guest. We're going to shower that way. I have my outdoor shower set up now, so if we're camping, we can do it that way. Or if we stay at campgrounds, they usually have showers. As far as bathrooms, I have this crappy little toilet, but I'm pretty darn close to just like dropping it off at Goodwill, because it's driving me nuts. And it's just junk anyway. So we'll probably just she'll probably have to do the same thing I do, which is public restrooms. Yeah, I got a Shiwi too. I don't know how that'll go. I think it's something you have to like figure out how to use or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about peeing with a Shiwi. But yeah, that's basically the plan. I gotta see how much time I got left. 6 minutes. Okay. Next one comes from D, and it is, have you tried Periscope? I have an account with them, but I have not used it, and I probably won't, because I already put probably too much time into this channel. It just really doesn't pay very well. So, and right now is the time in my life where I need money. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to make money. And I'm really going to start focusing on this website, but I want to make it more as hands-off as possible so I can focus on other ways to make quick money. This is like an investment of time, where if I stick with this YouTube thing and I stick with the website long enough, eventually it'll not just allow me to get by, but it'll allow me to do the things I want to do in life, you know. But right now it's just not to that point yet, so I'm not really looking to add any more time investment to it than I'm already doing. I'm actually looking at trying to cut as much as possible. Franco, as a new subscriber, what is the best way to help you increase revenue that you receive from YouTube? Does liking, commenting, watching duration, and rewatching a video, or any combination of those generate more income for you? Absolutely. They all do, yeah. Definitely. And sharing. Sharing's big too. Yeah, I have a on the FAQ on my website, the frequently asked questions website. I list like all the different ways if you'd like to support me or my channel somehow. Those are all the different ways that really help. So thank you very much for asking. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Last one comes from Natalie Rodriguez. My partner and I plan to take on the van life in a few years. We plan to buy, revamp, and rent out a handful of foreclosed houses, making this our main source of income on the road. Fuck stressing over worthless money, right? That's a smart move. Do you have any knowledge, advice, resources, preferably links, videos, internet articles I can look into regarding doing this and ways to prepare? Also, do you think renting houses on the road like this is even practical or a smart way to go about it? If you have somebody who can manage the houses for you and make it hands-off, and somebody who can take care of all the little things, then I think you're totally set. And all that time that you're saving by paying someone out, by outsourcing all those responsibilities to someone else, you can invest in buying more properties and more properties and more properties and just keep growing and growing and growing. Robert Kiyosaki, absolutely look into him, watch his videos, check out he's got several websites. I think it's richdadworld.com. There's a ton of information on there on investing. This guy, it seems to me, I'm no financial expert, but at this point in my understanding, this is the dude you want to listen to. You gotta, like, when you're trying to learn something new, you want to go like straight to the experts. You don't want to listen to the everyday person, and I'm an everyday person, so don't really listen to me, but I'm telling you, like, this guy, it seems to me like he really knows his stuff. Obviously, he's super rich, first of all. But, yeah, check out Robert Kiyosaki. He seems to really know his stuff. But seek out other absolute experts. Don't look at someone who's mediocre. Go to the very top and learn as much as you can from them. But I think it's extremely smart, and I'm actually working on doing that myself. First, I got to get rid of bad debt, and and then get some good debt, get some investment debt, start buying houses and making money off of them. There's this misconception that debt is bad, but bad debt is bad, credit card debt is bad, buying a bunch of stuff with credit that you don't need and end up giving away anyway is definitely bad. But investing into things that make you money, like you can pay $500 a month for mortgage on a house, but you're making $1,500 a month off of rent, that's a really smart thing to do. So in that way, debt's not bad. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will hopefully do everything I can to make another one of these videos next week, because I really enjoy them. So thanks for watching, guys. Love yourself. Woo!